I'm Rob Cardwell. Here's some of the day's top stories. Central Virginia residents are still facing the ongoing issue of not having running water or little to no water. Now the question on the minds of so many is not only what happened, but why everyone was not notified. Communication timelines, backup failures, and emergency preparedness and response plans are all factors under investigation by the state as regulators try to figure out what led to this water crisis in Richmond. The head of the state office that oversees Richmond's water treatment plant tells CBS 6 there were some breakdowns that triggered the water outage and the boil water advisory. Richmond Mayor Danny Avula initially telling the public that water could be restored by 10 o'clock Monday night. That did not happen. State engineers will assess the city's priorities on capital improvements as part of their inspection. Enforcement for potential violations could range from corrective action plans to fines. As the water hopefully comes back on in Richmond soon, plumbing experts are warning against simply turning on the tap. Ilya Davis owns Anytime Plumbing. He says the same thing happened about 10 years ago on a smaller scale, and they had hundreds of calls about clogged plumbing. If you do end up having clogged pipes and need to call out a plumber, Davis says the city will reimburse you, but flushing your water from the outside before using your sink, washing machine, or toilet could save everybody money. And now here's Julie.
All right, cold weather is in place, but the clouds are on the move, so they're going to be gathering on top of us as we go into the latter half of today, just creating partly sunny skies. Uneventful otherwise, big weather headlines still, the very chilly temperatures that we're dealing with, frigid daytime highs and numbingly cold nights over the next several days. Next storm system that's going to be arriving, though, late Friday through the early morning hours of Saturday before it shuts down by Saturday afternoon. Otherwise, we're looking at highs to top off in the mid-30s, but again, we're factoring in those wind chills, so it'll feel like the 20s for the duration of this afternoon. Lows tonight dipping back down into the teens, just that Arctic air mass continuously giving us some cold nights. Highs on Thursday only in the low to mid 30s, so that's probably going to be our coldest day, with early Friday morning experiencing temperatures a little bit closer to those single digits, so 13 as we wake up Friday. Now we do have that chance to see the precip late Friday afternoon, but it's more so going to be an overnight event into the early hours of Saturday and Saturday afternoon, so about 70% of us likely to see some snow before all is said and done. Otherwise today, just a few passing clouds, but they'll really begin to thicken up on Friday, and then that snow beginning to enter our picture here, moving in from the southwest as that area of low pressure is still developing across Mexico and also California, but it's going to be moving out of the Gulf of Mexico, bringing in a lot of moisture with it. So initially those first snow bands really not reaching the ground just yet. It has to saturate the air somewhat, but we do anticipate by 8 o'clock that it will get a little bit heavier, and then beyond that, making for a very messy start to your Saturday. Notice that rain snow line gets closer to the Virginia-North Carolina border early Saturday morning by 6 o'clock. Still some snow, though, for downtown Richmond and northward. But as we go into that 3 o'clock hour, changing over to mostly mixed wintry precip and rain for Richmond and southward. Low exit, so by 3-4 o'clock it'll shut down and will begin drying out. So the latter half of the weekend's looking dry and nice. But for today, looking at 35 for that daytime high. Frigid overall. Winds still pushing out the west-northwest. A little bit lighter tonight, but bitterly cold with 17 for the low underneath partly cloudy skies. Bright, beautiful skies for Thursday. Breezy, so feeling really cold out there. Again, teens and 20s for your wind chills. And then for Friday, Saturday, just watching out for that storm system, but temperatures trying to rebound slightly, still unseasonably cold for Monday, Tuesday.